Hello. Hi. Ooh, all right. So it's been well over a year since I've done any kind of streaming. Um, Feeling a little rusty, but just let me know if you're listening to this live, how my audio sounds, and I can tweak it if necessary. But anyway, yeah, I got myself a brand new Everdrive N8 Pro, and just thought I would put it through its paces. Do a little, having a little warm up here, obviously with some Mario 3, but otherwise just yeah, just gonna load up some random games, um, and kind of show it off because I spent a decent chunk of change on this thing. All right, we got one loud and clear from Aaron there, so that is a good sign. Hopefully, the game audio and my mic audio sound, uh, relatively decent. But yeah, it's I've been really happy with this thing so far. It's a very good way to play some NES games if you've got the hardware, which I think I may have mentioned on a stream before, but I do have a one of the second model Famicoms, typically referred to as the AV Famicom, the Japanese version of the NES, obviously, and so I'm rolling the Everdrive Pro Famicom version, and kind of wanted one of the transparent color versions. I got the white one. Hey, it's honestly in person looks pretty slick. I think I might actually, in retrospect, prefer that. But this is basically a souped up version of the original Everdrive N8. It's got some extra features, multiple save slots. I think just generally beefed up specs, processor, more memory. It's yeah, it's the nice one. It's probably the one you want at this point if you've gone down a deep rabbit hole like I have with real hardware and just wanting to kind of squeeze the most out of it. Also, I don't know if I had or if I had mentioned I was using a CRT in addition to my upscaler hardware. Since the last time I did a live stream, but I lucked into inheriting my brother's old CRT. It's like a Sanyo, I don't know, 19-inch. The really nice thing about this particular model is that it actually has component hookups on the back, which is very handy if you also happen to own a RGB to component transcoder, because then you can just pump the RGB video out through the component, and you're pretty much good to go on that. It looks very nice. Sorry, just reading the chat here. Aaron says, even with my choice library, love my N8. Worth it if only for hacks and homebrew. But you have IGR. I think he means in-game, the in-game menus, I think is what he's referring to. But yeah, you can now, with a button combo, and I'll just demonstrate it here. You can go to an in-game menu where you can load cheats, save state, load state, reset, or just exit back to the the main game menu, which is very nice after using the normal non-pro version of the N8, where you do have to manually reset your console every time you want to switch games. But yeah, no complaints so far. I've just been, you know, enjoying just kind of sampling some more games. I freshened up my my ROM packs with, I guess, what is basically the latest revision of the ROM packs that were started by Smoke Monster. Thank you very much to everybody who keeps those going, and I hope those never permanently disappear. I don't think they will. I think they'll be available somewhere in some form pretty much forever. Okay, Aaron clarified, in-game reset, of course. And Aaron basically demonstrating he knows my setup better than I do. If you couldn't tell, we're pretty good friends in real life, and he's definitely got the edge on the hardware familiarity, but mostly I just want to play games and make them look nice on my televisions. And what the heck, I'll go into I'll finish this level the regular way, which I almost never do, as opposed to getting the hidden warp whistle. Oh, can I make it? Nope. That's okay. We'll move along to some other games here in just a second. This is basically just a warm-up, since I can more or less play this game in my sleep after, 30 years of loving it and memorizing it. Alright, so we'll use the handy-dandy exit game feature, and we'll load up some other stuff here. We'll go with the game that I made, or I used as the header image on this video, stream, whatever. Alright, we'll skip that. That's a cool intro. This is Moon Crystal on the Famicom. Obviously, this is a translation patch, which gives you English dialogue instead of the Japanese, since this game obviously never came to the States or to North America. But this is a really nice looking late Famicom NES game. Got some excellent music. It's just it's very impressive. Basically, just this developer showing off. But I kind of love I love games like that where they just flex and show off what they can do. So it's a very sort of Prince of Persia style platformer. Pretty smooth animation, especially again considering this is NES. It's a little bit stiff to control. There's a little bit of a delay when you do things like turn around or jump. A little bit of wind up on your attack, but it doesn't take too long to get used to that kind of stuff. And just, I don't know, I think the music's great. Just a really cool, kind of one of those hidden gem, show that's off to your friends who don't know what a Famicom is or haven't played any Japanese exclusive games. Alright, I think what am I, invincible now? Sure. And up. Not really up on the story in this game. I guess your dad has a moon crystal or something, and some bad guys showed up and kidnapped your village and go off on an adventure, as video game protagonists are wont to do. Alright, these things will fall, so whoop. And yep, okay. it's just it's a neat little game. You get upgrades as you go along, more life, better attack, speed, jump, the usual. Oh, you're not friendly. Okay. Whew. No one is friendly. I don't know what I'm saying. Ugh. Okay. Oh, that was a mistake. I'm going to die. Oh boy. Yep. Okay. This is not an easy game. You lose all your power-ups when you die, so you don't want to die. Just don't do it. Yeah, that little bit of delay on your attacks and such just make it a little more cumbersome, I think, than it should be. But you know, I'm willing to forgive some of that, considering just how nice this looks for an NES game. I'm just gonna go. Really, kind of overstaying your welcome. Okay, thank you for just jumping off a cliff. Let's see, Joe Hansen saying, I'm thinking of getting the TG16 Everdrive first, I should say. Yeah, that's one of the few retro systems I do not currently own. I don't have a lot of TurboGrafx experience. I guess that's not uncommon, an uncommon story. Since the TurboGrafx 16 obviously was a kind of a distant third, at least in my territory, compared to the popularity of Nintendo and Sega's offerings. Oh, I didn't make it. Okay, well, yeah, I'll give it one more shot. I'd like to at least try to get to the boss here. But after this, we will move on. Oh, stay away, bat. At this point, I could use all the upgrades I can get. Okay, that was challenging, and yeah, all right, we're gonna try this. Okay, so this guy just sort of comes at you with an axe, and I believe the only time you can hit him, I forget if you can only hit him from the back or if you have to hit him as he's swinging it or what, but he is probably going to mess me up pretty bad. Ooh, ow. Okay, I got one hit. Alright, you can hit him in the head from the front, but it's not easy. Kind of have to hit like the very top of his head. Alright. Come on, let me look cool. Alright. Oh, that was... Did that do more than one damage to him? Not sure. Ooh. Oh, this is harrowing. I need to, yeah, switch sides, quick. Oh, thank God. All right. Johansson asks, gonna play Super Nudeo Brothers? I'm gonna let you discover that for yourself if you really want to revisit that classic hack. But I will play maybe some other hacks or weird games. We'll try to play not just the usual top 10 NES games as voted by obscureattack.com or whatever. But yeah, Aaron says, Game Center CX has made me fall in love with TurboGrafx 16 / PC Engine. That is very true. I've gotten quite a bit more familiar with that game, or I should say that system's library, just by watching Game Center CX, which if you have not watched Game Center CX, please check out Game Center CX. It is a great show starring a weird Japanese comedian guy who plays a bunch of retro games and usually fails at them horribly, but has a lot of fun along the way, and it's just a good time. It's a good time for everybody. And there's, you know, a lot of... Oh, you're very obnoxious. Okay. You need to... Yes, please die. Thank you. Alright, well, maybe... Okay, so... Again, Moon Crystal. Cool game. It's tough. It's a little fiddly, but... Alright, what are we going to play next? Aaron says you need 80s to help with your stream. You wouldn't hurt. Would not hurt. Well, I'll pull out one of my favorites. One of my new favorites here, which is an excellent, very, very good demake of Pac-Man Championship Edition on NES, which I'm not 100% familiar with the history behind this, but I think it was fan-made, and then Namco just kind of included it in their in one of their collection compilations, one of their retro game compilations of home ports of various games. I think is how that works. Anyway, we'll just start. So yeah, this is Pac-Man CE, straight up. The music takes a second to kick in for whatever reason, but like it's you know, especially considering, you know, I'm playing on a 4x3 aspect, a very faithful and very nice playing version of Pac-Man Championship Edition. You can buy that compilation on modern consoles, PC, Steam, whatever, but it is totally playable on an NES, as evidenced here, and feels real good. It's fast. You got the soundtrack. You got the changing colors. The whole Pac-Man dance party feel you're looking for if you're into some Pac-Man CE. I don't know, this might be one of the games that drowns me out. Ooh, okay. That guy was on my butt. This game just gets unmanageable after a few minutes, but I love it. I love Pac-Man. I'm a big Pac-Man, especially Miss Pac-Man, of course, the best version of Pac-Man. When it achieved its true form. That was silly. Aaron makes a comment, your N8 Pro loads ROMs much faster. Yeah, the original N8 does have a little bit of a delay, even in just the menus before you load a game at all. There is a noticeable delay. It's usually like within a second or two, so it's not that bad, but this one you're paying for just sort of a, you know, a snappier feeling version of the original with a few extras, and you know, I'm okay with that. These things are a great investment, like I keep saying. All right, I'm at what is it? About halfway through the run, a little less. Fudge. I really try not to turn into a sailor mouth on my streams. You can watch plenty of other YouTube streamers if you like excessive amounts of swearing, which occasionally I will let slip, but try not to be obnoxious about it. Okay, now it's time to go to town on some ghosts. All right. Let's eat them all up. Oh, it's fast now. Ooh, yeah. The last couple minutes of this just gets ridiculous. It's hard to control, but just got to do your best. Oh, I probably should have died there, but I didn't. That's good. All right, just going for dots at this point. Dots and bonus items. Gonna try to ignore the ghosts. Oh, so close. All right, coming into the last 30 seconds of the run. Getting the fried egg. I don't know what the last... I mean, the items must stop at some point. I don't know. Looks like we've got some kind of a candy bar or something. Last 10 seconds. I got a diamond. Whew. I felt like that was a pretty good run. Didn't die too many times. And of course the wonderful results histograph or whatever this thing's called. Good stuff. Yeah, just a really nice version of this game, all things considered. New high score, I'll take it. All right. Okay, what are we gonna load up here? I did actually put a short list of games together before I started, just so I wouldn't be completely fumbling around. But let's try a game which has some little extra sound on it, which the Everdrive N8 Pro is supposed to have better support. Or, I'm not sure if it's the Pro hardware or they just updated the firmware for all versions of the Everdrive N8. But this is Akamaju Densetsu, aka Japanese Castlevania 3, which of course has that rocking VRC6 sound chip, which is infamously difficult to emulate and get sounding like the real cartridge. And listening to this version, I think it's extremely close now. Like it is very close to playing the original cartridge, but I do feel like the music on a real cartridge has a little bit more punch just because of that special Konami audio chip with its, I guess, unique characteristics. But still, very good version, a very good rendition of the Famicom music. And we'll just run through the first level here, assuming I get to the end. So I was kind of a latecomer to Castlevania myself. I started on the Symphony of the Night on PlayStation. I don't remember really playing any of the NES or even 16-bit games back in the day. I think I just assumed like, oh, those are difficult games that I won't be able to get anywhere in, so I just didn't try. But going back has been really good to catch up and kind of fill in those gaps, because they're great games. They're hard as hell, but hard to argue with the quality of what Konami was putting down at the time. and I love the soundtrack in this game. It's really good, especially the Japanese version. I think just you know, the North American version has its charm for sure, but I just think it sounds so rich with that extra audio chip, and I think worth seeking out the original cartridge for, and you know, a Famicom to play it on, because if I guess you kind of need to use a Famicom if you want the full effect. I mean, obviously there are cartridge adapters you can use to play Japanese Famicom games on a North American Nintendo, but I don't know if the sound chip channels will sound correct or not. I feel like they don't. But yeah, this sounds great to me. Everyone's favorite enemy from the Castlevania series, the Medusa. Good old sine wave, as I like to call her. Gotta know when to duck 'em and when to jump 'em. See Joe Hansen saying, that's one of the reasons I want a Master System Everdrive. I assume you mean for authentic sound. Or maybe one of the other things I was rattling off about, but... And the FM synth, yeah, that's good reason. I love the way FM synth sounds in general. Oh, I hate these things so much. So these are Fleamen in the North American version, and I guess they were demons or something in the Japanese version. I don't know. Fortunately, there's a nice hunk of meat back behind this wall, so... no big. Yeah, why don't you jump up here and see how you like my whip. I don't think you will. Much. Okay, what are we at about the halfway point here? I don't remember how long this level is. Actually, I think this is the last section before the boss. Yeah, I do think a Master System would be a fun system to own. I mean, it's certainly not one you see a lot, but I like the angular black look of it. Or I guess you could get the power-based converter for the Genesis. I don't know if that thing is compatible with anything except for the original model, but I don't want that. All right, time for boss. Okay, this guy is not too bad as long as you don't get too close. Oop, that's gonna hurt. Alright, just die now. Die. There we go. And the full whip extension. Excellent. Pwing. Alright. That's good on Castlevania 3 for me. I don't wanna get worn out too fast. Alright, moving along here. I think we're at about 30 minutes, so yeah, I gotta speed through some more games. I wanna show this thing off. Let's see. Let's play, I don't know, relatively rare game, maybe. Also, I just like DuckTales on NES, so whatever. Alright. Yeah, DuckTales 2, one of the... gosh, was this thing rare basically as soon as it came out? It kind of feels like it. I don't know. Get the feeling that Capcom did not produce this thing in large quantities. Okay, let's get past here. Okay. Yeah, so the sequel to DuckTales on NES. You know, you got your pogo jump, of course, as Scrooge liked to do. But I believe he has some extra tricks in that you can grab onto items and drag them around now instead of just destroying them. I think you can do that with this. So you kind of hook onto it and then you can drag it around. So there you go. Alright, what are you doing? Which one are you? Huey, Dewey, and or Louie. Sidewall with a golf swing. Okay, I guess I can do that. Yeah, these games are full of hidden junk like this. I think that's all there is here. Alright. Love the noise he makes when he goes up and down the rope. Just, quality games. These Capcom Disney licensed NES games. Alright, can we get up here? Any further? Nope. Also nice to play a DuckTales game where I don't know it up and down like the original version. I think I need to... There we go. And you can hang off these hooks, so you can get up to higher places. Hey, Wendy. Gyro was trapped in a landslide. That's a shame. I will do my best to help him. Alright. Aaron asking, don't you have a real Famicom cartridge for this one? I do. Oh, that's always... Oh, okay. Whew. Gotta pull some very specifically timed pogo jumps on that one if you can't just go full tilt. Oh, can I get up here? I don't know. My timing is completely off. You dang mole. Alright. I really, really need some ice cream. Okay, not opening those up. Don't seem to be able to go that way. Oh, okay. I could just do this. Ah. Let's try this. Alright. Nice. Yeah, I at some point decided I wanted a physical copy of this game, but of course the North American version is ridiculously expensive at this point. So I bought the Famicom version and it was a lot cheaper. And it comes in a cool purple Famicom cartridge. Do I want to go home, Uncle Scrooge? No. Although I'm not exactly sure on what I need to be, where I need to be going. These levels are big. I feel like I might be going backwards, and I died. Alright. Well, I guess we'll keep going this way. Some extremely Mario 2 log jumping going on here. These vultures being extra annoying. That looks promising. This would perhaps be a path maybe to a boss. I don't know. I have no idea where I'm going. Alright, this... I think the blue one is Dewey? Yeah. Pretty sure that's Dewey. Okay, what did you actually say? Oh well. I'm sure it wasn't that important. I think it was to hit this thing. There we go. And then... Hey. Okay. Could this be the boss? Yes, that music would indicate it is the boss. And he looks mad. Okay. I think I need to be a little better with my timing. There we go. I am most likely going to die. Oh. That was a poor attempt at a boss fight. Alright. I do like how it at least starts you right back at the boss. Come at me, fire, bro. Ah, okay. Hey. I got a flower. That is apparently worth $1 million. Hey. That might have been the first time I'd ever cleared that stage in DuckTales 2. And there's apparently an item shop. Hey. I can buy a good Mojo doll for 800,000. Don't know what that gets me, but... Since I don't know... Oh, it actually tells you what they are. This will give you a little bit more energy. I assume that means health. So, yeah, that sounds pretty good. Alright, let's maybe switch it up again. What do we got? Ah, that's not what I meant to do. Exit. Okay. There is this this Metroid hack that I thought was kind of interesting. What is it? Metroid. Okay. I guess in this one you can save instead of having to use the password system like in the retail version of Metroid, which, yeah. Oh, hey, look at that. Hot save files right here, ready to go. Yeah, let's play some Metroid. Why not? I like Metroid. I don't know. The original one is, well, it's the kind of game that really made you want to draw the maps out on paper. Because, unlike later games, obviously there is no in-game map. But the real thing that always bugged me about playing this game was the fact that you had to save with passwords that were very long and had a lot of different characters that could look very similar to other characters, and if you wrote it down wrong, then you were going to be sad because you would lose a lot of progress, potentially. Alright. Need some of that energy. So I'm looking, or mostly playing the game on, excuse me, a CRT television, but obviously I'm also upscaling it to 1080p, which using my good old Framemeister for, as I have been pretty much the whole time I've been streaming. And right now it's set on a 5 times vertical scaling profile, which basically means 5 pixels in 1080p for every single pixel in 240p. So as a result of that, it is going to cut off a little bit of the top and a little bit of the bottom of the image, but not enough to really interfere with gameplay in any meaningful way. So I like my big chunky pixels, and so that is what I tend to do when I'm playing NES. There are some games like Pac-Man Championship Edition, which use a little bit more of the vertical real estate, and I think for the timer and the score. But not really a big deal. You still see the whole maze, so no sweat there. Boy, this sure is the game of just climbing up a mine shaft forever. I think I actually needed to go back down a little bit. But we're going to see what's up here. So the first thing you want to get in Metroid is the missiles, because you can't really open the red doors without missiles, and pretty much all the items, except with the exception of, I guess, energy tanks, some missiles, pretty much a little glitch there on the left side there with the color. Pretty much all the good items, the ones that are tools that let you progress, like various beams, high jump, etc., those are all behind red doors. And red doors can only be opened with missiles. So you gotta get those first. And I always struggle to remember exactly where that stuff is at the very beginning of the game. Okay, so this version apparently also actually has a map when you pause the game. So this is officially the best version of the NES Metroid. And yeah, no room for debate. I'm afraid it's settled. Okay, this is obviously not where I can go. I cannot shoot that low in this game. You have to shoot straight ahead or up, and that is it. There is no crouching. So the only way you can bust blocks at your feet is to have the bombs, which obviously I don't have yet. Let's see what's in here. I want to say there's either an energy tank or a missile up ahead. And I will take either one, but I could really use those missiles. Oh yeah, I need the long beam. I mean, I have nothing. I have no energy tanks. I have no missiles. The only thing I have is the round ball. The thing you get right at the beginning. And now I'm losing all my energy. And I'm probably going to die if I keep up this poor play. I could really use some energy. I feel like this isn't the missiles. I feel like I'm about to run into a dead end. Not having long beam is a real drag. It just... Your default is so puny. Okay, well, you know what? I'll take that. Definitely we'll accept an energy tank, because not only does it give you another 99 energy, it refills your energy, so you really can't go wrong. Except when you run into enemies. Alright. I want to say Hip Tanaka did the music in Metroid. Pretty sure? He was doing a lot of NES music at that time. I don't think this is a Koji Kondo joint. Hip Tanaka was making all the catchy stuff like the balloon fight music, which is just great. All right. I'm sure anybody watching the stream right now who's played this game is yelling at me about the missiles and where they are, but I don't remember. I hope they're in here. We're gonna find out. And maybe not get killed. I want to say this is a missile up here. Yes. Okay. Fantastic. All right. Now we can get some cool stuff. Another problem with the missiles in this game, you have to use 5 missiles to open a red door, which is just kind of a lot. I mean, I have 5 missiles total right now, so if I use a single one to attack with before I get to that red door, and then don't replenish it, I will not be able to open that door. And that's kind of a bummer, in my opinion. I really... The feeling of weakness you have at the beginning of this game is real. Fortunately, you get some basic upgrades pretty early on, but yeah, they do make you work for it. Okay, I want to say the long beam's in here. And this thing's going to hit me for damage, which is also BS. Oh, and it knocked me back out of the room. Extra BS. Hey. I don't know what that thing is holding that sphere in its mouth, but now I can shoot bullets across the screen, which makes fighting these guys way less annoying. Another fun fact about these guys, these flying guys, they swoop down at you and they will keep going downward until you jump. And as soon as I learned that, they became a lot easier to fight. So basically, you want them to swoop down at you and then just hammer on the fire button. That was fun. All right, how about we get some bombs, and then I might call this this game and switch it out. Whee! Nice thing about the ball is you are a lot smaller, and you bounce. So that's fun. Really? Come on. Wait, this isn't the way to the bombs, is it? No, it definitely isn't. No, I would need bombs to get through there. All right, well, we may just call this early. I'm going to let myself get killed and then see if it lets me save, because I'm curious about that. So let's take some damage. Yep. Gonna take a minute, but we'll get there. There we go. Now we're stacking it up. Oh, you're a friendly one, aren't you? All right, come on. Yep. Okay. Defeat by their brain and the Metroid threat. Well, that's some highly cogent English right here. I have to say, I'm very impressed. All right, and then we'll load it up again. Hey, look at that, a save file, and it even shows the items and stuff I have. Well, that's cool. I love hacks that are just utilitarian, adding features, adding the stuff that you wish the original version of the game had. Okay. Yeah, good work all around. All right, we're coming up on an hour here. I think we'll have to close it out with something good. I am open to suggestions at this point. If anybody would like to see something specific, I probably should have mentioned that at the top of the stream instead of the end. But if nobody has anything, I can always load up an old standby of something or something weird. Let's do something weird. Let's do Summer Carnival 92 Rekka, which is a kind of culty, or I don't know. It's famous for being a very impressive tech demo, you could say, for the Famicom. So this is basically a vertical shooter that I guess was used for, I guess, caravan events in Japan, which is essentially a traveling, I don't know, carnival of games that was hosted usually by a developer or publisher, and they would just sort of go around and show off their games. So let's start it up. I'm not great at shooters, just a full disclosure. But this is a very neat one on the NES, Famicom, whatever. And I'm probably not going to be saying much in the hopes that I won't die, but there's just a whole lot going on the screen right now. And I'm dead. Alright. But yeah, very, very visually impressive for NES. And very punishing. Music's a little... I mean, it's not terrible, but... the crazy amount of sprites flying around at high speed is definitely seems to be the draw here. Oh my god, there's a lot going on. And if you don't shoot for a second, you'll get a kind of a super bomb attack. This guy just has a whole lot going on. That's okay. Not sure what I'm really supposed to do there. All right, well, that's that's Summer Carnival Rekka 92. Yeah, that's good lord. Very impressive, very, very difficult. but just a neat game to check out if you happen to have a way to play Japanese games on real hardware or otherwise. Hey, nothing wrong with emulation, really. I prefer the real thing. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. I feel like maybe that was short enough. I could go out on one more game. Aaron saying, "I see naked Double Dragon hack." Yeah, there's a disturbing number of naked hacks on NES. People really wanted to strip the clothes off these sprites, and no shame. Whatever floats your boat. Let's try a different game that's also difficult. Yeah, we'll only play this for a minute, but another tech showcase, this time from our friends at Sunsoft. It's Gimmick, the side-scrolling platformer that's super cute and hates your guts. Alright, there's some kind of story, but anyway, Gimmick, very late Famicom title. I want to say this is like, God, 93 or 4 or something, but anyway, you are this little dude, and you can run around and jump and make a star and throw it. And you can kind of ride it around, if you're good. And then you got these guys who just kill you. They just run into you and kill you. Need to try to avoid them. Or you can shoot your star at them by holding B. But yeah, this is... I think the gimmick in this game refers to the fact that it's nothing but a bunch of trap setups, essentially. Alright. Ah. See, I hesitated, and that's what you don't want to do in this game, is hesitate. Nice music, though. Looks great. Oh, you can push this thing. Interesting. Ha. I defeated it. Going through the ocean tube. Then you got junk like this, where it brings you halfway and then it will drop you onto the spikes, but fortunately I knew it was coming, so no big deal. You're very slippery in this game, too. Ah. Just kind of slip and slide around everywhere. Yeah, the hell with that thing. Alright. Let's see how far I can get now, but I think the only way to get to that thing is to ride your star. Ah. Hmm. Alright. Okay, so you can ride the top of these things, but not touch them from the side. Okay. I think I'm losing my will to play this demanding platformer. Okay, well, that's Gimmick, and that's the N8 Pro, and I really like it. It's very nice. There's quite a few features I did not demonstrate. I did not do any save stating or anything, didn't load any cheats, but it's got a lot more to it. Oh, I know one thing I can show off, if I can manage to quit the game, is it will also play NSF files or Nintendo Sound files, which is nice. So yeah, you can just load up some NES music if you just want to listen to it and not play the game, which I think is a great feature. But yeah, that's the NA Pro. Here I go trying to end the stream again very awkwardly. But anyway, yeah, thanks for watching. I'd like to do some more streaming in the near future. And yeah, we'll see what happens. But thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you later.